Well, thanks for joining us. I'm Anne Makovec in for Elizabeth Cook, and 6 people are missing and presumed dead this afternoon after a cargo ship hit a bridge in Baltimore, causing it to collapse. This is a live look right now at the collapsed Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. You can see some of the sections of that bridge are in the water, and the cargo ship is still there. 2 people have been rescued from the water, and a search is still underway right now for 6 construction workers who were believed to be on the bridge when it collapsed. And this all happened early this morning at around 1:30 a.m. in Baltimore. That is 10:30 p.m. our time. A YouTube stream channel caught the moment when the large cargo ship rammed into a support column of the bridge, bringing it down into the river. Before the collision, the crew aboard the ship notified state officials that the vessel had lost power and that hitting the bridge was possible.
Yo! What? Oh my gosh!
A witness also caught the moment on camera as the ship rammed into the bridge. A crane operator at the port also felt the impact from his nearby home.
Just like an aftershock of an earthquake and a loud explosion.
Maryland's governor declared a state of emergency. He said crews are doing everything they can to continue to look for any possible survivors.
And there is not a single resource that we will hold off on deploying. I have already authorized the deployment of everything from air, land, and sea resources to make sure that this search and rescue operation is carried out to its fullest intent.
This aerial view gives you a better idea of the extent of the damage to the bridge. 12 million vehicles crossed Baltimore's Key Bridge last year. The NTSB says it is leading the investigation into the crash. And here's another live look at the bridge and the cargo ship. U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says he is supporting both the governor and Baltimore's mayor. The president says he plans to head to Baltimore as soon as he can. And here in the Bay Area, of course, we rely on several major bridges to get around. Let's take a live look right now. The Richmond-San Rafael Bridge, bottom right of your screen, is the closest to the Baltimore Bridge in terms of crossings every day. It serves about 36,000 cars daily. And earlier I talked with a civil engineering and construction management expert at Cal State East Bay and asked him to put this incident in perspective in terms of safety.
The bridge was not very old. It's only opened in 1977, so it's not an infrastructure issue or maintenance issue. And if you fortify these bridges and the piers too much, then you're blocking the passage of the ships and the traffic. So it's like putting a guardrail in the middle of the road. The lesson is that we shouldn't be overly traumatized by an accident. In other words, going over the bridge every minute, feeling like, something's going to happen, because these are very rare.
Yeah, but of course, it gives you pause. There have been a couple of Bay Area bridge crashes. Here back in 2013, an empty oil tanker caused minor damage when it hit the base of a bridge tower on the Old Bay Bridge. The Overseas Raymar rammed into the tower as it headed out to sea after unloading crude oil at the Martinez refinery. And back in 2007, another container ship, the Costco Busan, had a run-in with the Bay Bridge, spilling 52,000 gallons of oil. Crews spent months cleaning up the damage. The ship's pilot and 2 shipping companies responsible for that spill paid $44.4 million in a settlement. Another live look in Baltimore now, where that cargo ship hit a bridge this morning, causing it to collapse. We're going to continue to update you on this story on air and on our website, kpix.com, and streaming on the free CBS News app.
Yo! What? Oh my gosh! No way! The Key Bridge, the Francis Scott Key Bridge, just got hit by a cargo ship. What?
Good afternoon. Since we last had a chance to speak, we've had the opportunity to spend time with the families, had the opportunity to pray with them and pray for them. And the strength of these families is absolutely remarkable. And we want to let them know that we are here with you every single step of the way. We are praying for you now and always, and we always will. We've also had the chance to spend time with a lot of our first responders who we mentioned before, the work that they have done since early in the morning, and they have not stopped since, is truly remarkable. These are individuals who in the middle of the night jumped into some very challenging environments, some very challenging territories, and have not stopped in their quest to making sure that each and every person is seen and supported and lifted up. And so to our first responders, today and always, we just want to say from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. This is very much still a search and rescue mission. We are still actively looking for survivors. We know, and that's the pledge we've made to these families, and this is still very much an active search and rescue mission. And there is not a single resource that we will hold off on deploying. I have already authorized the deployment of everything from air, land, and sea resources to make sure that this search and rescue operation is carried out to its fullest intent. The second thing I want to remind people is that this will not be short. There's going to be a long road. There's going to be a long road, not just as we go from search and rescue. There'll be a long road as we talk about what does the future of this region, the future of the area look like. And we're going to need each and every one of you.
Our first priority is the search and rescue for those that were on the bridge. We then need to make sure that the channel is reopened. It's critically important to our economy. It affects many, many jobs. It affects not only jobs here in Maryland, but around the country and world. So our next priority is to make sure we get that channel opened. And then we also need to fix and replace the bridge for the surface transportation.